Against Tom Brady this week after facing Josh Allen last week. It's like the new best guy against and then you get the greatest of all time. How do you approach it yourself?
Yeah, it's another great opportunity, but I'm going against the defense. Our defense will handle business on that side. I got to worry about our job. On the offensive side, we got to put up points against a great defense.
Kenny, when you looked at the tape, what stood out to you about your performance on Sunday?
I like the efficiency that we looked moving up and down the field, and then we hit the 20 and just didn't get in the end zone. And we looked at it. Definitely going to tweak some things to get guys some opportunities, and we have to execute and come out with touchdowns there and points.
Kenny, were the opportunities there that you liked within the red zone, and how do you better execute or work?
Yeah, I mean there was a couple, man. We're a couple inches away on a foot being inbounds versus out of bounds. I got to give better balls there. Those guys will come down with them. We got great talent out there that I have full faith in. They'll make plays, and then I think we can be more aggressive in certain areas and mix it up, and we will do that, and we'll get in the end zone.
Kenny, what's the process like just to establish rapport with the receivers, and where do you feel like you're at in that process?
Yeah. Oh boy. Good. Felt a lot better this first day of practice versus last week. Obviously, last week was my first time really getting full day's work with those guys. I felt like today was a lot cleaner from a timing standpoint, and an assignment. I think our guys really did a good job of studying the game plan and being more focused, something that we've been talking about. Having less MAs and getting guys in the right spot. So really happy with the first day of work so far.
Kenny, a lot of people are talking about you at the end of the game, not only the fight, but your attitude and everything. How important is that for you being such a young quarterback? It's showing your leadership skills now.
Yeah, I mean, there's, like you said, I'm a young guy still, but at the end of the day, it's my job to lead the offense, and I fully embrace it. It's just unacceptable that how we played last game. The standard has to be raised. We have to hold ourselves to a higher standard, and it really starts in practice. So we need better practice habits that'll translate over to the game.
Do you feel like guys are following you in the locker room, or they're like?
I'm not. I mean, I don't take stock in what's going on. I just kind of have a feel for what we need and go as we need to go, and what I feel like we need as a team. And we have some great veteran leadership, so we're all working together. We're all working towards the same thing. It's not just me. I think the entire offensive line as a whole does a great job. Tay and Chase, and we got young guys following those guys in the receiver room. So it's a group effort, and I think we're heading in the right direction. But we got to produce on Sunday.
Kenny, Mariota had some success against Tampa last Sunday. Pretty good running quarterback. Is that something that gets your attention in the pre-study?
Running wise,
yeah.
I think he's a little bit faster than me. I'll give him the nod. But I mean, there's opportunities there. Absolutely, they did a really good job of getting some quarterback runs in with him. I don't know how much we'll do of that. We got to execute, our system. Just like every week, there's game plans, things that we can put in, but we got to execute our system, and we'll be okay.
Kenny, how old were you when you first heard of Tom Brady?
As long as I can remember, man. Growing up. Since I first started playing football, I was playing with him in Madden, and what was his first year? 99. I was born in 98, 2000. Yeah, so obviously I was pretty young. So since I can remember, I've been watching him in the NFL. So absolute legend, of the game. Nothing but respect. Excited for a really good opportunity for us on Sunday.
What was your guy as a child, as a quarterback, young quarterback?
Young quarterback. I was a McNabb guy. I was an Eagles fan. So McNabb. That era was. I was a huge Eagles fan. I got pictures way back. So some good memories with family. So yeah, McNabb.
Do you remember him against Brady? Do you remember him in that Super Bowl
against
Brady?
Of course, yeah. So I mean, it goes. It's like you said. I mean, he's been in the league for so long, and he's an absolute, like I said, legend. Nothing but respect for him.
You got pictures of you and McNabb, or just? Oh, yeah.
I actually might have one. I think my dad took me to, and I have a picture. I'd have to ask him.
Kenny, to your earlier point, how was the bounce back this week so far?
It's been good, man. The only thing that's going to fix this is winning, right? I mean, there's not a pep talk. No one can come up here and give a great speech that's going to, turn this thing around. We got to go produce on Sunday. So there's nothing I'm going to tell you here that's going to fix it. We got to go do it, as players, as men.
You did it many times at Pitt. Have you thought about coming out of that tunnel for the first time and starting quarterback?
That has not crossed my mind, man. I got way too many other things. That'll be a great moment, but it's going to be a short-lived one for sure.
Kenny, we've talked about how you are a younger guy, you're a rookie, but you're still 24 years old. You're older than most rookies. Does that age and the experience that you've had, especially in college, prepare you to kind of lead through a time full of adversity like that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've been through certain things in college. It's definitely different at the NFL level. I think we have a great group of leaders on the team, like I said, that we kind of all bounce off each other. So I think that's the difference is where, at the other side, there's one or two guys leading, and then there's some guys that are young that you're trying to bring along. Up here, it's a lot different. There's, a collective. I think we're all trying to get to the right way, and, like I said, winning cures all, so that's what we got to get back to.
And what's your comfort level under center versus shotgun, and if you were under center, having to turn your back to the defense to run play action?
What's my comfort level with that? Yeah, I had experienced it back in, my sophomore year at Pitt. I had a lot more under center experience, so I kind of used that to as a springboard here, as we're getting a little more under center play action stuff. My job, I got to find the guy I'm reading once I turn my back. Obviously the picture I see pre-snap, and then you blink and you turn your back. Obviously what you're going to see is a lot different. So it's a process that I'm working on in practice and trying to get it sped up, in my mind.
When you made your debut against the Jets, it kind of just thrust you into that opportunity. Now, having some practice reps, have you noticed an evolution in the offense in terms of the types of plays that are called, or anything along those lines?
It's the same system, same place. I don't think anything was really changed. We threw it a lot last week because we had to, right? We were down, so it's kind of like the hand we're dealt. That's what we got to go with, and we got to make plays and finish in the end zone.
Kenny, it seemed like you guys moved the pocket a lot for you, and you had some success there. Is that something you can do more of, or can you maybe not go to that well too much?
I think we do it an appropriate amount. I mean, I think that they jumped at one time, and I tried to hit Chase over the top. So they may try and take certain things away, but it may also open up things in the sprint out game, in the naked game, moving the pocket, moving the launch point. I think it helps the line. It does multiple things, for us as an offense. I think it's a great, tool that we should keep utilizing.
Kenny, your receivers haven't scored a touchdown yet. When you talk about being more aggressive, were you talking about maybe taking more shots into the end zone and giving those guys a shot to make a play?
I mean, we've had opportunities, like I said, man. We're there's times in the Jet game, times in this game where we're so close to, being in bounds, but so close doesn't obviously mean anything. We gotta hit those and connect. I gotta give better ball placement. Tay will do his job. George, Chase, we got guys that can make great plays. So, putting them in position, and I gotta handle my job.
Kenny, you mentioned just you feel more comfortable with the timing of your receivers. What's the chemistry like at this point with George Pickens, and how much are you focusing on that in practice?
Yeah, it's good. I'm focusing on all the guys. There's certain plays, you're probably going to get a certain look where you want to get that rep in practice, and that's something that I definitely try to communicate to the guys, like, hey, I'm looking at you first here. Let's get a full speed rep at it, so, the first time we get it's not in a game, because I've missed so much time not getting any reps at all with the twos and not getting any reps in camp really with the ones. So now that I had the opportunity to do that, it's something I want to keep taking advantage of in practice, and the guys have responded real well to it.
Kenny, how was Connor come along, and how are that relationship with
Connor? Yeah, it's great. Obviously, we're really tight. We're next to each other in the locker room. We talk all the time. We hung out all the time, in the OTAs, mini camp, everything, camp. And I have a lot of reps with him. So that's he's a guy that I'm more familiar with than I'd say the guys that I'm playing with right now, just because of all the camp reps I had. So, him coming in, maybe getting a little more reps, the timing will be there, from the previous, times we played together. Good? Appreciate it, guys.